10,000 subscribers! Hard work! Hard work! Hard work!
Anton, stop it. You have to review a game.
I don't care anymore about that. That's all shit, man. 10,000 subscribers, man. Hard work!
But you play as a girl.
If you look at Bill Clinton,
Saying that we should organise our societies along the lines of the lobster.
Stupid little bitch.
Hard work!
Ranton!
Ça va? Ouais, ça va. Ouais, nique ta mère! Small indie games are like small children. They are important, they're cute, sometimes I just want to take them and like... But there are so many of them. Impossible to check them all out. No matter how. Celeste is not only the name of my ex, which I banged in the arse pretty hard, but it's also the name of a notorious mountain that's famous for turning people a little bit, let's say, cuckoo for cocoa muffs. A mountain that this young girl wants to climb no matter the cost. Her name is Madeleine, which is cute, but if she wants to keep this French name, that she can give up on her quest right away. So I renamed her after someone who's a little more respectable. Psych, that's a YouTube cunt! She's ambitious, but that doesn't mean she isn't scared. She's riddled with doubts, fear, anger, and worst of all, red hair. And this is as much a story about overcoming your own ego as it is about climbing a mountain. Ergo, mountain equals self. And there's this reoccurring old lady who keeps laughing. In Germany, uncontrollable laughter is a sign of retardation. Wow, wow. Is what the dog said. Celeste is a 2D platformer. Like your sister, that's something I can get behind. To fuck it. That means you run around, jump, and even climb until she gets red from all the Periodenblut. But there's one very important feature at the core of it that changes everything. You can dash. Only once though. And you recharge the dash by having your feet back on the ground. To avoid any confusion, your hair color is an indicator of your dash readiness. It's super simple, and supper is a weird way to say dinner. This is a trial and error title. You will die a lotti carotti. One wrong move and she explodes into little pieces, but you respawn just as quickly. So it's about exploring the possibilities, being quick, and overall...
Just be smart to finish it. Okay,
Since you're climbing a mountain, you usually have to head upwards, but each level of Celeste features a shit ton of hidden and optional rooms to find and collect these strawberries. You don't have to collect them though, you just have to get to the end of the level.
Humongous what?
Each chapter also contains a B-side tape, which is the same level again, but with the difficulty set to rape. As you progress the game, you meet new people and face new challenges. This guy, for example. You have 3 seconds to spot the issue with this image. You got it! Interracial! Just kidding, my dick is out. Do not underestimate the amount of dialogue here. It's not huge, but there's more than we commonly see in games of this genre. It's pretty character driven, so get ready to read a little bit. Although Madeleine won't change much, your environment will. These round little things bounce you around the room, the feather turns you into a spermatozoid, these things move when you touch them like an erection, and so much more. It's all about mastering the controls and climbing that mountain. Yeah! I dodged you. What are you gonna do about it, huh? Fick me! If I could sum up my experience with Celeste in one word, that would be amazing. Because I can't sum things up in one word. Let me start this off by praising the game's visuals and soundtrack. In terms of presentation, it does everything right. Funky tunes? Right. Cute characters? Right. Creative visual design? Right. Ranton? Complete shite. The entire journey through this beautiful world is a treat for your eyes, your ears, and your mind. Now Celeste does something really amazing. It takes a simple premise and keeps it simple, yet shovels an almost endless amount of fun and interesting challenges on top of you. You enter a new room, bum! You need to rethink. And it works so incredibly well because just like me, it knows how to consecutively get harder. How do you make a game get more difficult without alienating the player? Well, I don't know, but they did, and they did it right. The differences between each room might be minor, but before you know it, you find yourself in extremely tough situations. And this is where Celeste absolutely shines, Mang. When things get crazy, damn do they get exciting and rewarding. You have to react to new circumstances in split seconds. It's such a rush and it never gets boring. Well, Oh, what happened? I didn't rape her. Oh, it's just the game. What the hell was that? Rape? Me? What? But good gameplay alone isn't enough to carry a game. Actually, I think it is, but I need a good transition. Celeste is more than just a cute and little 8-bit or 16-bit, whatever the bit, platformer. It's got personality, and plenty of that. From the cute sounds that characters make when they talk, to the actual content of what they're saying. The main protagonist is struggling, and not with the mountain, but with herself, personified by this disembodied version of herself, symbolizing doubt, hate, and anger. Basically all her negative traits that hold her back in life. She's on a journey to become a better person, and I loved how the game presented her story. She is so #relatable, and I truly felt for her. Ultimately, the message is believe in yourself and overcome your own inner demons, which is inspiring and very motivational, but it's useless to me because I'm already German. Unfortunately, the catharsis at the end is rather ununderstandable. Her change of heart and personal growth happens slightly too rapidly. And it felt a little rushed. Just a moment ago she was crying about her mother working at the brothel, and now suddenly she wants to lick her fotzel. I mean, count me in. Don't get me wrong, it was a great gameplay achievement, but not an emotional one, which it should have been. And worst of all, I thought the game doesn't offer any concrete solutions to people who are coping with issues like these. Climb a mountain and fight the phantom version of yourself? If that's the only way to cope with depression, well then, rope? Here I come! She just suddenly knows how to handle it all, which I could believe if we were talking about dicks, but we're not. So the question remains, why are we not talking about dicks? Secondly, and this is a problem that many linear games have, is that whenever you have several obvious ways to proceed, you don't know which one leads to an extra room that you can return from after, and which one continues the story and doesn't allow you to go back. This is one of the cardinal sins in video games, which still too many games commit. Sure, you can replay levels, but I like to explore every corner, and how do I know which path won't let me turn back? I really kinda hate that shit. Also, in the beginning, you might get severely stuck if you don't know what to look for. Slight changes in the texture of some walls means they can be destroyed. I figured that out purely out of frustration and ramming this bitch repeatedly against the wall. In terms of controls, things are top-notch and precise. Although I don't understand why your character only has 8 possible directions. If you play with an anal aux stick, this can be problematic at times. But I didn't have any problems. It's not true. I did not have any problems. I did not. Last but not least, I think it's important to put things back into perspective. Celeste is a wonderful game. So much fun, yet challenging, offers great variety, and is beautifully fast-paced. But some people have vastly exaggerated how creative it is.
Listen up, you fagottini. Not saying it isn't. It is!
But there wasn't a single moment when I thought, wow, I haven't seen that before. Like I do every day on a 4chan, can you fit this in your ass thread? Super Mario Galaxy revolutionized the genre by bringing a shit ton of unique gameplay mechanics to the table. Celeste, on the other hand, tweaks and combines existing ideas. Which isn't bad by any means, but it isn't mind-blowingly awesome either. So please. Oh. This game was made with a lot of love and attention to detail, and you can tell by playing it. They even added a pretty big 8-bit version of the game into the game. Celeste offers the perfect amount of content for this type of game, but still squeezes as much fun out of the concept as possible. So it took me 9 hours to finish it, including the post-credits level, but I still have a lot of Strafberries to collect. I had so much fun with Celeste, okay? That I can't deny. Still, I think most people are overstating how groundbreaking and innovative it is. My final rating for Celeste is the highest possible, really solid, really decent, go out and play it, 7 out of 10 I can give. If you don't know what to play right now and you're hyped for Metal Gear Survive, then you should pick this up. You should pick this game up, definitely, and have some fun with it. If you like what I do, consider supporting me on Patreon or jack off to my videos. Either is fine, but one of them makes me feel less uncomfortable. Goodbye!